Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? I'm just putting my computer away. We just did the, had our little social time, which is fun. You guys should come. Anybody who's watching, because we have so much fun. We learned all about how to get rid of restless leg syndrome, leg cramps, how to try and stop cats from coming on your deck at 2 o'clock in the morning and waking you up. Yes, it was a very interesting meeting. Put that away. Yeah, I'm just going to move this back too because nobody wants to see that much of this face. It's a little scary. I have a couple of things to go over just before the class tonight. Move this out of the way. Things seem so bright. I'm just going to wait for a few more people to come on. Hey, Emma and Judy. Yeah, but I do have a few things just to go over before we do the class. I know, don't look at me. I'm still kind of a mess. I hate to say it, but hey, Diane, went to Vegas, came back, got some kits out, and then I had to have that eye surgery that I was not expecting. And then right after I had got the eye surgeries, and then I flew to Victoria to see Jade and Zara, and I got sick right away. I was sick the whole time there, and then I was sick all last week. I still have the cough and the congestion, still can't get rid of it. And then I also hurt my foot. I don't know what I did. I don't know how I did it, but my right foot is swollen and it hurts to walk on. So, I mean, it just keeps getting better, right? And I'm helping Jade babysit because she ended up having to fly here to babysit for her husband's brother's kids. It's a long story, but anyway, but they have a baby too. And so one of them is a baby. So she couldn't do it herself. So I'm helping her do that during the day. We did it all week. And we do it tomorrow. And we do it Monday and Tuesday next week. It's just like, I could just pull my hair out. It's so busy. But just another little bit and then I'll get back to normal. Hopefully. How's everybody doing out there? Let me just go on here. Who's watching me? Arlene, hey Deanna, and Mary, and Diane, and hey Keiko. I will be putting, hi Dorinda, I will be putting a thing up in the group, a post up in the group because, if you only got the 6-month subscription, it's up now. It'll be up at the end of the month, and then you won't have access to anything anymore. So I have to get that up so people can renew their subscriptions. There weren't too many. Most people did the 1 year, but yeah, I do have to let everybody know about that. A reminder about. So this is so cute. It doesn't look as good. Up, down. Doesn't look, the picture does not do it justice. This is just this is probably one of my favorite ones that I've done. Just the little, this side, the watering can and the butterflies. It's so pretty. And then right in the tag here, see I put some Sweet Annie, which I am going to put them in the kits this time. And then the bird, which I just absolutely love. I give him a little clothes peg for a wing and had the little chirp hanging from him. Anyway, turned out so super cute. I just love it. And then this is must be too close. And then the sled. So pretty, isn't it just gorgeous? So I am giving you 2 stencils with this, the Let It Snow stencil, which is down on this side, and then a stencil that's all full of snowflakes. And then the little snowy, I think I have 6 snowies, 6 different snowies. So, yeah, you'll be getting one. And they're all like this. They're all like this, maybe just a different little version of it, but they're all the same colors, the same everything. So, and then, yeah, and then the saying, oh, the weather outside is frightful. I just thought that was adorable. So anyway, so that is the sled. And we'll be doing these this month. Hey, Darlene. Hi, Chris. Yeah. Today we're finally doing hot cocoa. I love this one. Am I allowed to say that? I always sound like I'm bragging. I really like this. No, I do. I really like this. Hello, are you looking? You're looking like if I am feeling better. Sheila, can you let us know if we only did 6 months? I can let you know. Just send me a message and ask me. If you want to know if you only did 6 or not. Did Deb cut out the sleds? She did cut out all the sleds. Yeah, I will. Yes, I need to reupholster. Are you going to reupholster? I think it's probably renew, right? Yeah, so I will be putting that up because if you don't renew, you only have access to all these videos until the end of the month. So I will, if you need to know, if you're not sure what you did, you can ask me to send an email. Otherwise, it's hard to find out. And then I can answer you back right away. Or even send me a message. Just don't put it up in the group because I don't always see everything that goes, or else, especially what I've just been so busy. So, yeah. One of my berries is cracked. Just turn it, that's the side you glue it on then, and use the other side. These little berries, they're just foam, right? So they have a tendency to crack. What else? For those of you that have signed up for the seminar tomorrow, it's 7 a.m. Pacific. And then, 8 Mountain, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Oh yeah, and yeah, thanks, Deanna. So, like Deanna said, if you happen to download the video, it will only work until the end of the month. After the end of the month, any one that you have saved or downloaded, if you are not a member of the group anymore, you still cannot access them after the 6 months. Just so you know. I think we're going to get ready and do our hot cocoa. Isn't this adorable? It turned out so cute. I actually had to order a whole bunch more from Deb because I got a bunch more orders from them. So I'm just going to flip this around. Put this on here. Yes, I use wax paper as my palette paper because I just really I like the feel of it. I like the way my brush works on it. I'm so used to it. I pick up really well on it. How do I do the renewal for the next 6 months? You can actually just go to, I'll put it up in the group, but you can go to my website, go to, I think it's the subscription group heading, little thing at the top heading, click on it and you'll see one for 6 months. I think it says January to June. But if you just click on that and I will automatically know it's, of course, from, July to December. And we've been getting new members too, so that's good. So I went today. This is how crazy it's been, ladies. I went, came home. Jade put Zara down. So I ran home while Zara was sleeping because then she just had the other 2. And to get ready for today's class. So I got all my paints out, you know, got everything really organized, everything done, so that because we don't get home until like, you know, 3:30 or something. So I wanted to be really organized. And I had none of these hot cocoa ornaments left. So I had to phone Deb Antonik up and say, Deb, help, help. So she ran off a bunch for me, which was really nice. But otherwise, wouldn't have been a class tonight because I would not have been able to do them. Okay. I did tell everybody how to base coat these. So I'm using cocoa. Oh, you know what? I'm still using, I tell you, I love my spinny thing that holds my paints on it. It is so awesome. Come here, you. I absolutely love it. Okay. Oh, what color is that? Just a minute. Oops, goes in here. Where's Cocoa? There's Cocoa. Grabbed the wrong one. So I painted the bottom half Cocoa. So what I'm going to do is I just want to draw a little line and position this. And I know that above this line, I'm going to do it white and I'm going to do Cocoa below it. I could have had this base coated, but then I wouldn't have been able to eat dinner. So I chose dinner. Oh, thank you, Deanna. I appreciate it. So this is Cocoa. So I am just base coating our little mug bottom Cocoa. Now you can do both sides too. I need to finish it off. I'm not going to do it right now. I always finish them off after I do the class. I'll do the other side. Otherwise, it just takes twice as long. You guys don't need to see me base coat both sides. And I just usually do one color. I mean, you can paint it this side exactly how the front is done. But I usually just kind of do one main color. So I'll just do the whole thing probably in Cocoa. You never know. I might do the whipping cream in the color that I've chosen, but I don't know if I will. It's everybody's personal choice, right? What they want to do. I think I might actually, let's see if this makes a little bit too. There, that's that. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do. There, yeah, sounds good, okay. And then come over here. I'm doing this seminar class tomorrow, and it's been, I don't even know how long since I painted it. So I had all these plans to paint it a couple of times before the class, just to make sure, you know, I knew exactly what I was doing because it had been quite a while since I had painted it, but I had no time. So I'm hoping that it'll just come to me tomorrow when I'm painting it. I'm sure it will. I'm a professional. Thanks for putting that link up, Deanna. So Deanna did put the link up for the 6-month renewal. Just a little bit more here. Okay. I just want to go to over here. Where's my Dingle Fritz. Oh, has everybody been, I don't know, how's your weather there, Lake? We're supposed to go up to, pardon me, about 30 this weekend, which is at about 90, I think, Deanna, right? I think it's about 90 degrees. So it's going to be hot for the next few days, which is fabulous because we really want our pool to heat up. We don't heat our pool. We have a heater, but we don't use it. It costs an absolute fortune to try and heat it up. So we don't usually do that. I just want to go to, pardon me, this. Sorry, I may cough a little bit because when I talk, I still get a little coffee. Okay, I'm just going to put those to the side. This is the top. So I'm going to do the top, and I'm going to, sorry, I'm going to do it in warm white. Let's use this one. So let's put this back. I'm trying to be really organized. I have these all in alphabetical order. It's really quite amazing. Okay. So this is warm white. And my cocoa. If you don't have cocoa, you can use honey brown, by the way. Unless you have another color that you usually like for kind of, you know, I made it kind of a gingerbready. So if you have another color that you like for gingerbread, please feel free. So this is the white. And I use warm white because it's supposed to be whipping cream. So I'm just going to go above that line that I drew. Isn't this a fun little ornament, though? I thought it was so pretty. My sister, I don't know if she's watching, but she actually saw this and said, oh, got Deb to cut it out. And I saw it and I thought, oh, that would be a perfect ornament for the group. So I stole it from her. She won't mind. She didn't mind. I asked. Hi, Joyce. So I'm probably going to do 2 coats because I want this to be quite creamy. So I want it quite opaque. So I'll do a couple, many coats as it takes to make it really nice and opaque. Are you going to be up bright and early to watch tomorrow, Joyce? Or are you going to just watch the recording? Dan, are you going to be able to come bright, nice and early for the class tomorrow? All right. Do another nice coat. I'm actually going to come right up onto the candy cane too. I'm going to do this little hanger in the cocoa color. After I finish the white. Yeah, so if you happen to get a little crack in your berry, like Keiko said she did, just paint the whole thing like you would normally paint it, and then where the crack is, that's where I would put the glue. Because nobody will see it. It's wonderful about something that's round. I'm going to do another coat because it's taking a little bit of paint to cover up. And you want it to look really creamy. Shall we say creamy? I'm just going to get this candy cane again. It is the top that you're going to see more, by the way. You won't really see what's under, but I just like to have the bottom painted also, even though you can't actually see it. You will be able to see some of it. See, just around the edges in here, but I want to do, I'm just painting all of it. Is there any extra room in the pizza box if we order sled to order other projects? Well, yes, there is, Joanne. I'll be shipping most of these in pizza boxes because they are bigger. How is that? Gosh, I'm too sticklery. Okay, I'm going to do one more. And then we'll... There. I just want it to be really nice and creamy, so you can use how many coats you want. I mean, you can even use chalk paint white if you want, even as the base coat, and then put on. Yep, that'll be good. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of cocoa to do this ring. I usually like to do all these things with a little bit of the makeup sponges, but have not been able to find any here for so long at the dollar stores. I'm not paying the stupid prices at some of the other stores. But when I was in Victoria, we bought a whole bunch. So when Jade came, she was going to bring them with her. But because she ended up having to fly out with Zara, she couldn't bring them this time. So her husband's coming actually the end of next week, and he's bringing them for me. So I'm really happy because I really like the makeup sponges. Okay, I'm just going to put that over. Put it right there. Now I want to make sure this is dry. And then we're just going to paint the berries. Beth, I like to get all the base coating kind of out of the way. Oh, let's just put this out of the way over here. Hopefully not lose it. And then I'm going to base coat these berries white. Where's my brush? I'm just going to use the same brush. Pick up a little bit of water. Now, I usually like to use my makeup sponges for this. Goes on way better. Now I'm going to end up having to do a couple coats of this. And you can see I just usually start at the base and bring my brush strokes up. So I will end up having to do a few coats because I don't have my sponge. The makeup sponge really does work the best when you're applying the paint onto these little plastic berries. And I like doing the white ones. Normally I take the berries and I do them in Rookwood Red or Heritage Brick just because I like to dullen these. They're so glossy and I like them more of a matte finish. But I wanted white berries this time because it made me kind of look like marshmallows. So you can see I just go around. Dry them off, and then I'll probably do one more little coat on them. What else? What other fun and exciting things have happened to me? I tell you, the month of May and so far June. Trying to think. I've really kind of had a lot happen this month. Vegas was great, though. We had a really great time in Vegas. There. Ta-da! So these will be perfect because now we'll shade them and add some color to them. What did you think of your Recollection clickable letters? I haven't got them yet. They're supposed to be coming. I was hoping this week. Maybe they'll be here by tomorrow. Did anybody receive theirs yet? I'm curious if anybody has received them yet. Thanks for reminding me. That's how my mind is working. I even forgot I ordered them. What else? Oh, you did. Darlene, Arlene, and you've received them? Are they good? Little heart. So I'm going to do the heart in red. So you can use Rookwood Red. You can use Heritage Brick. I think I'm going to use Rookwood Red for this. See if I brought it out. Oh. No, I brought Heritage Brick out, so I'll use Heritage Brick. This is just for the heart. So you know what you can use? It doesn't matter. You can use Heritage Brick. You can use Rookwood Red. I'm going to use Heritage Brick. I actually like Heritage Brick. I think I actually did. Maybe I did use it. Just because it's kind of got that, because this is kind of in the oranges and the browns, like the brown, you know, the raw sienna and all that. I think it goes really good with the red. I'm going to just put that there. Those are there. Now, I'm just going to do the tag. The tag I just did in Desert Sand. If you don't have Desert Sand, put this back, celery green. If you don't have Desert Sand, you can use bleach sand or antique white. Any of those are great. I'm going to cut this string off because I don't need it. And oops, get a brush. So again, this is bleach sand. I liked it because it was just a little bit lighter. I didn't actually want it too dark. surprised I can't hear Zara. She's right above us. I just dry that off. I'm going to do both sides of this because sometimes they flip. Oh, you made up a few words. And how is the spacing on them? I was wondering how the spacing was because you're clicking them together. Is it okay? Did many people order those recollections? I thought they were so cool. And really, if you're going to order the clickable ones, shop around because some of the prices were crazy. There's in Canada, what was it? It was like $78 or something here in Canada for those ones that one brand that my sister had ordered, had seen. And then, so we started looking around like I was going to order them. And then when I saw the price, I thought, no way. And and then I found some that were a little bit cheaper. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And so I was just going to order them, just about pressing click. And I was getting some for me, some for Deanna, because I was ordering from the States and we could ship all together to save shipping. And I saw it said from Michaels. So I went on Michael's site here in Canada, and it was if you buy one set, because they only had them in like, in either the capitals or the not capitals, right? But you could order the capital set, say, like for $14.95, and then you got the lowercase ones for half price. So they were only like $7.49. So we got the whole thing. It was really ended up being a really good price. But if we had have just gone right from ordered right from the site, it would have been way more. So I think Deanna and I both got it, didn't we, Deanna? And my sister did too. She ordered the same ones. And they're all the recollection ones. I'm just making sure my glue gun is all plugged in. I had it out before. For heaven's sakes, come here, Lucy. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Okay, there. Okay. Now I'm going to take, I think I'm going to just use Vintage Photo, and I'm going to do the button. Where is the little brush? Just want to get this button, a little bit of color on it. I don't want it, doesn't have to be too dark. I just wanted a little bit of color on it. I'm just going to stick it over there so that it's done and out of the way. And I'm going to take, this is the little heart. So I want to take it and I'm going to put a little bit of, now you can use lamp black, you can use black plum, just to kind of shade these edges a little bit. I have, see if I can find it. So I have Distress Oxide. This is the black soot. So I think I'm going to use it. Let's see what that looks like, ladies. Shall we? So this is the black soot. And I'm just going to, so you can see, it's just going to give it a little bit of a shade to it. And then I'm going to splatter it, so that'll be perfect. So this is Distress Oxide Black Soot. So this looks really well. Or again, just use lamp black or even black plum if you want more of that look to it. That's fine. I'm going to stick that there. I'm going to take our tag. And I'm going to use, I think I want to use gathered, this is gathered twigs. I wonder if that's the color that I want. Let's try it on the back side. I think I'm going to use, I like playing with these inks and just seeing what the different ones will look like. Oh, walnut stain. That's the one I want. So I'm going to use walnut stain to put on, stamp on the hot cocoa and just to go around these edges. I picked up mine at Michael's, so it only cost $20. Yeah, I know. Wasn't it great? It was way cheaper at Michael's. Deanna, you didn't pay $40 for your sets, did you? 21, 22. I paid $23. Oh, including shipping. We had to pay for shipping, didn't we? Yeah. Forgot. I forgot. We had to pay for shipping. Okay, so let's just grab one of our handy dandy little brushes. Something that I like to do is I kind of like to rough up these edges a bit. So you can sand them. Just take your little gator, go around the edges. If you don't have one, you can just take scissors and just pull along the edges like that too. Either works just fine. So I'm just going to rough that up a little bit, these edges. This and go around. You know, if you don't have gathered twigs, I mean, you can use, depending on the color, if you want it darker or if you want it lighter, you can use the vintage photo like we always use. You can use asphaltum. You can just use raw sienna. You know, any of those is fine. So this one I used this time was gathered twigs. This one from before that I used before, can you see the difference? So this one is vintage photo. This is gathered twigs. So it's just your preference what you want to use. I like to try different ones sometimes just so you can see the difference. So that's the difference in those. Now I'm just going to write hot cocoa. I wish I had my new recollection stamps, but I don't. So we have to do it old school, ladies. We got to do it old school. So I'm going to use the walnut stain to also do the numbers. And you know, if you ever do it and you say use a number, say you tried this walnut stain, you went, oh, I don't really like it. Just go over it with a bit of the vintage photo or the little bit of the raw sienna. You know, add a little bit more shading to it. There are no errors. They're just ways to figure out new things to do. So I'm going to do this hot cocoa. C, oh, where's an O? O. The hardest part is finding the letters because, honest to goodness, I mean, I really am quite OCD, but I never put these freaking letters back in alphabetical order. I drop them too many times. Then they all spill out. Then they're not in order anymore. And then I'd have to put them, yeah, it just is a vicious circle. Okay, so hot cocoa is all done and over there. So put that away. Now we're just going to do this, the candy cane. I'm going to grab my Rookwood Red because I want to do the candy cane in Rookwood Red. So this is for the stripes. Sometimes it doesn't want to come out. There we are. Now you can make your stripes. You can see how I've done mine here. So we're just going to do that. I have this little teeny brush from Chris, one of Chris's brushes. This is her number 4 filbert. Again, you all know I love Chris's brushes. People could try and pay me to try different ones. I don't think I'd change from these. Okay, so we're just going to go around. And again, you can make these. Got a little bit too much water on that one. A little bit too much water. I think I'm going to take some of that off. So I didn't give you a line drawing for the candy cane stripes. I mean, really, they're just stripes. Anybody can do stripes. After the class tonight, I'm going to go for a nice little walk with Jade and Zara. See if my hubby wants to come with us. Okay, so this again, this is just done with Rookwood Red. It's going to dry it off, and then I'm going to take Black Plum and I'm going to shade it in Black Plum. You don't have to use Black Plum. If you don't have Black Plum, you can use just a really like soft black. But I'm going to use Black Plum. Tell you, I love my little twirly paint thing. So easy to keep them all really organized. Gonna pick up a little bit, take it off the end. So are you ladies down to the ice cream place? Oh, haha. No, we have those at home. Do you ladies enjoy a whole lot of the decorative painting, or do you like it mixed with the crafts like I do? Would you like to see more of the painting or more of the crafts? Or I'm trying to figure out what people like. I kind of like the mixture of the two, adding some of this painting to the crafts. Is there anything you'd like to see more of in the group? Okay, I'm just going to dry that off. I enjoy variety mixture. Yeah. So am I doing okay? You ladies are happy with what I've been doing? Putting together, getting it out there. I am going to take some raw sienna. This is raw sienna. Now I'm going to do a really light wash of this. Over here. So I want a little bit more paint. Pick up a bit. So I want this to be really quite dampish. Pardon me. So I'm going to go just around the outside edge with this, but you can see it's really light. Like just a really soft wash of this on this candy cane. Okay? And then I'm going to take my liner. So I'm using, oh, that one's not a very good one. It's my old one. I'm going to take my 18-ounce liner, and I'm going to just add a few little lines to it now that I've done that part. I think this is another one of my old brushes. I like to add little lines to my candy canes. Just another little stripe, just a little one. There. You don't actually end up seeing a lot of the candy cane, but I like it, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to add just a little bit. This is that raw sienna still. Just a little bit right there. I want a little bit more of this, so I'm just going to take this. So you can see around the edges here, I've shaded in a little bit of the raw sienna. So I'm going to take it, pick some up on the toe, and I'm just going to go around the outside edge like this. I'm going to do that all the way around. I'm also going to do it in between. So right along this top edge here. Oops. Got a little bit on the heel of my brush. I'm not going to worry about it because it's going to be covered. Oh, I hear a crying baby. Isn't that the saddest sound, is hearing a crying baby? Oops, sorry. Usually means her mom's changing her diaper. She does not like her diaper change. Thanks, Deanna. I actually really like the snowy that we're doing tomorrow. Okay, so you can see it just went around the outside, and I went around just above here. And not a whole lot. I didn't want to make a big, big thing on it. And then you see when this is on, we're going to do the shading around here. So it just sort of brings it all in more, or makes it look like it's a little bit more rounded. Now, you can see where I did swirls here. I didn't give swirl lines. I didn't give any line drawings. If you feel compelled or feel you have to, you can take, a chalk pencil and, kind of do a line where you think you want to put the lines. I can't really see it, but I'm not going to. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to wing it. So just take a look at where I've done mine if you want in the picture. I can take a closer up picture for you if you like. But really, we're just going to make these whippy cream lines. And I'm going to use raw sienna for the whippy cream lines. Now I'm going to go around the whole outside. I just want to make sure that this is right? And I really am barely touching these. Like I can come back and I can add as much as I want, but again, I can't. It's really hard to take off if you use too much. So I'm just using really light, very feathery soft strokes, and with a little bit more water, a little bit more, you know, of a washy shading. And remember, it's kind of whipping cream and it's toasty, so you do not want this, you know, to be these perfect little lines. You want them to be more flowy. Thank you, Mary. So you do want these lines to be a little bit more flowy. So just have your brush a little bit wetter. I'm going to come under here. Oops. Just a little bit. And under here. A little bit more water on there. I want it to be more of a floaty shade. Did anybody get Sheila Landry's, what are they called? Her gingerbread cookie ones. Aren't they just adorable? She had that whole set of ornaments. It's so pretty. Video stopped streaming. Can you guys see me? I see me. Diane, maybe it's you. Hey, Deanna, Mary, you guys, can you see me okay? I see you. Okay. Must be something, Diane, with you. Okay. Now, if you find you ever do too much, you get it too dark, just pick up a little bit of water on your brush and kind of float it down a little bit. Bring some of that color down a bit. Kind of washes it just a little bit more. And I think I'm going to do, oops, I need a little bit more water. You have to make sure that you have enough water on here without getting too much. And I think I'm going to come like this a little bit. And again, you don't want this to be this perfect little, you know, lines. It's supposed to be very flowy. So I just like to kind of play with it a bit. I want it to look a little toasty, just by adding a little bit here and there to it. So I think this is probably going to be perfect. By the time I add the glitter and everything to it, I think that's going to be perfect. See? Don't you think that's going to look like our whipping cream? Okay, so I'm going to just put that there. Oh, while I have this out, the raw sienna like this, I'm going to take a little bit of this, get my brush a little bit wet, pick up some of this raw sienna, and I'm just going to do kind of a little wash, just here and there coming up from the bottom. And, you know, this is, again, personal choice, how much you want to put on. But I'm just adding, because they're kind of like toasty marshmallows. So I'm just kind of blotting a little bit of it on, like this. Turn around, because I want them to resemble toasty marshmallows. So you can see, so I'm going to dry them, and then I might add just a little bit more color. So I think I'll just pick up a little bit of this And just add a little bit of color here and there. Again, they're just supposed to be look a little toasted. I'm also going to splatter this with a little bit of the Galaxy Glitter Champagne Stardust. Okay, so I'm just going to put those over there too. And we've got that done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a lot of shading on here. So I'm going to get raw sienna first. Now I think I'm going to use, instead of using my shader brush, I'm going to use one of my ink blending brushes, and I'm going to pick up some of the, oh, I hear Jade and Zara. Go, 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 go. So first of all, oops, I'm going to go around this edge. I think I need a little bit more of the raw sienna. It's cocoa. Ba-ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Here it is. So I'm going to use 3 different ones. I'm going to do raw sienna, probably burnt sienna, maybe a little bit of the traditional. So I'm going to use this. I'm just going to go around the edges. So this is the inside, right? So that's the kind of the base, and we're doing that. So I want it to be shaded. So just going to do a lot of it all over, just like that. This does not have to be perfect. You're just adding some color to it. Okay, and then we're going to bring it up on this one. So this one you'll take a little bit more time with. And I want to bring it in. See, you can see how I'm bringing it more into the center. But I want to leave the center open quite a bit. I'm just doing this first shade with the raw sienna, and then I'm going to put the snowflake on, and then I'm going to finish doing the shading of it. And again, if you want to, you go ahead and use a shader brush and raw sienna, or you can just use your dry brush or your ink blending brush and do it this way. Okay, so I've got this much done, but I want to come on and I want to do the snowflake now. So I took, this is the one that I used, and I used this snowflake. So I didn't want it straight up and down. These lines, I wanted them a little bit, I wanted them more crossed like this. So I'm going to position it. And then I'm going to take my warm white. See, I'm trying to be really organized, ladies. You would be very proud of me. And I'm putting my colors back when I use them. Yeah, very proud. Okay, I'm just going to pick up my warm white. And I like to pounce it on like this. And it does not have to be flippin' perfect. Let me see, I want to make sure. Yep. That's beautiful. There. And then I think I'm going, there's some smaller ones. I'm going to take those, and I think I'm going to just add a little bit to it. See, one there. Let me do one coming out of here. There, doesn't that look pretty? Okay, so that's all the snowflake that we're going to be doing on this one. But now I want to start adding more color to it. So let's add some burnt sienna. And I'm going to use the same brush that I used the raw sienna on. And I'm not going to come in as far with this. I'm going to come in a bit. Maybe not go too much over the snowflake. I'm going to avoid getting a lot on the snowflakes, but I'll get a little bit on, like that. Now I want to go darker even. So I'm going to go to, I'm trying to think of which one I want to go to. I think I want to go to, not that one. Nope. Tell you, I have a million of these. Okay. I think this is the color that I want. I'm just going to double check. Okay, so this is Distress Oxide, and this is Vintage Photo. So it is the ink. It's the Distress ink, not the oxide, so it's the darker one. If you don't have it, you can use traditional burnt umber, or you can use asphaltum. It depends on how dark you want it around the edges. I wouldn't go any darker really than asphaltum, but if you do want it really quite dark, you can go to the traditional burnt umber. Oh, I'm just going to bring some of this in here. I think this is so pretty. That's a fabulous color. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Just love it. Doesn't it look like a cookie and someone's just kind of browned all the edges on it? I'm going to take the same Vintage Photo. So this is the ink, Distress Ink Vintage Photo. And I'm going to go around these edges. So again, if you don't have Vintage Photo, maybe use asphaltum, I would think. Unless you really want it darker, you can use the traditional burnt umber, but I recommend this. I think this is a better choice. I'm going to go, I'm just going to use this and go along that line a bit too. But look at that. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Oh, I think that looks so pretty. Like that. Coming in there. Okay. Now I'm going to take my brush, and I'm going to go, this is the one with the Vintage Photo on it. And I'm going to go around just over this little hanger here. Okay. Okay, so now that we've done that, I just want to add this little gingerbread twist around the edges. You can use warm white. I'm going to use warm white. If you want it more creamier, like icing, you can use maybe a light buttermilk. You can use, Folk Art makes a beautiful one called Vintage White you can use. For this today, I'm just going to use the warm white. And my liner brush again. I'm going to hold this over here. And get my new liner brush out. was washing all my brushes. Oh, this one will be fine. Okay, so again, I'm just going to go around the edges as if it was icing. Wow, Rhonda, really? Oh, can you take a picture of it and show us? Put it in the group. I bet you it's gorgeous. Love balloon arches. I think they're so pretty. So again, I'm using warm white. I don't want snow white. I think it's going to be too stark, like too harsh of a color. I'm going to just go around these edges a bit. And again, no rhyme or reason, does not have to be perfect. I like to do irregular squiggly lines. I'll do a little bit on the handle, going up here. And then along the top here, what I wanted to do was, I wanted to kind of pretend there was like a lip on here. So I took my little daughter here, and I'm going to dip it into there. I'm going to just kind of go add some little dippy dots here. Like that. And then I'm going to join them. Oh, I tell you, I had to order more fabric from my favorite fabric store, Jubilee Fabrics, and they were already out of so much. So I just ordered whatever I could. All right, we're gonna glue all this on. Just a sec, I just had my glue here. Here it is. Push. So I'm going to use my Art Glitter glue. There is no glitter in this. It's just the name brand. Let's see. And position it. Now I'm just going to come because I want to make sure I position it properly. So you're going to see the top of my head maybe. Oh, maybe not. Okay. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to glue this one on too. Make sure I've got that a little bit. Okay. This back on. Now I have the heart, so I'm going to glue my heart on while I'm gluing these other things. Then they can dry. I'm going to stick it right in the middle here. This is all going to be splattered, so that's why I'm getting all prepared for it. Now these little berries, I just pull these out. So you can pull them, or sometimes you might have to twist them, then you don't have to cut the ends. But you see, they do just twist right off. Yes, I have cracked them, trying to get them off before. Sometimes they will break, and then I just take a pair of scissors and just cut that off. See if I can twist this one off too. I won't have it together until tomorrow, just blowing all the balloons tonight. That would be great if, yeah, I would love to see it, Ron. I love some of those balloon arches. They're just gorgeous. Okay. Okay, so these are the 3 little berries. I'm going to actually glue them on now because I know I splatter. Actually, I think I'll wait. I'll splatter first and then I'll do that. So I'm going to splatter this while this is drying, and then that'll kind of all dry at the same time. So I'm going to use Snow White for the white splatter. So let's grab our toothbrush, and we have our water right here. And we're going to splatter. Just splatter all over. Okay. Right, Deanna? We splatter. Deanna teases me because she says I'm like the splattering queen. Always have to splatter. I love splattering. I do like splattering. And then we're going to take, so this is, as y'all know, I love my Galaxy glitter. So this is the Champagne Star. It just goes so perfect with these colors. That's why I like it. So I'm going to make a blob. You can see my blob over here in the corner. I can bring this over here. Just want it to be a little bit wet, just so I can pick this up. If your toothbrush is really dry, it doesn't pick up properly, and then it doesn't splatter properly. See, like that. I think I need a little bit more on here so I can get it to splatter. If it's too wet, I think I had it too wet, it also won't splatter. Oh, see, I have it too wet. Dang-itty, dang, dang. There. You can't use a splattering tool when you're splattering Galaxy glitter or Snow Tech. It just doesn't work properly. You have to use an old toothbrush. The toothbrush might be too soft, too. I usually buy the firm ones or use my denture brushes. There, can you see the glitter on that? Isn't that pretty? Black, 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 black. Get rid of that on my hand. Now, if you wanted to add a little bit more color up here, you can take burnt sienna, which I have, and you can splatter just a very light amount on the whipping cream. You don't need too much. Just adds a little bit of color to the whipping cream. Okay, just like that. I'm just going to wipe my hands, get this off of it. Oh, this is just looking so good. Okay, I'm going to dry this. I love it Galaxy glitter because once it's dried, it does not come off. Like, you know, if you use Glamour Dust, you end up with glitter everywhere and you're finding it forever. But I tell you, once this stuff dries, it does not come off the piece, which is really nice. Just gonna put. Do you hear crying baby? I hear crying baby. I heard a bonk and then a crying baby. So I'm going to glue these on. where I want them. Come here. Oops. Can you guys hear bang? She's dropping something, I think. And then she's probably getting mad at her mom because her mom's probably taking things away from her that she's throwing. And I think I'll put one about here. So these are just supposed to look a little bit like toasted marshmallows. But I want to take my brush. This one will do. Pick up some of this Galaxy glitter. You can see I got it, my brush, and I want to rub it on the tops. Like that. There. Isn't that pretty? I just think it looks so pretty. Okay, now we're just going to make, it isn't like a big bow or anything. I have some of this fabric. I gave everybody some of this. Whoops. Baby crying. Baby crying alert. I want it thinner like this. And I'm just going to wrap it around this. I still hear baby crying. See, like this. And I'm just going to tie it into a bow. Like this. I want to make it smaller. Yes, I'm even dingle fritzing around with this bow. But I want it down here more. All these little things are important. Okay, just gonna cut this like this. And then, as you know, I always like to kind of rough up these edges, fray them a bit. And then I just want to take a little bit of cheesecloth. So I started taking all my fabrics, all my cheesecloth, and I take one of these cardboard things and I wrap them around. So all my fabric is wrapped around this. Looks so much better. It looks so nice and neat. They're all lined up in my cupboard. So happy with them. So I'm just taking a little hunk of cheesecloth. And you know me, I just kind of rip it. Like this. And I just manipulate it. I kind of just wiggle it all around like that. And I got just kind of hold in the middle, kind of twist it once. Take my glue gun, kind of just stick it right on the bow. Right where the knot is. Add that. And I will cut some of this away. As you can see there, it's too much. A little bit of this away. And it doesn't matter. You can really cut this. You can see how I'm cutting it. And then I'll just kind of rip it a little bit more. Like that. And then I'm going to take the tag. And I'm going to glue that on. Just like that. Just in the middle of the knot. Like that. And then, so I just have this, these sticks of cinnamon. And I'm honestly just going to cut this one to the length that I want, which is like about there. And this, mine is all breaking. I cut everybody's for them. But I'm just going to play with this and kind of break some of this off because I don't want it to be mine to be too thick. I think I'm just gonna slip it on here with the button. I did everybody's cinnamon sticks really nicely, but I don't actually care. Maybe I'll use this side. Oh, where's my scissors? See, now I'm gonna fiddle. I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah, there. It all works out in the end, ladies. It all works out in the end. Gonna stick a bit of that on. And then I'm going to take the button, whoops, stick it in the middle, and there you are. And you can hang this any way you want, wire, some jute string, any of that will work. A little bit more. I think I wiped a little bit of it off with my finger. Off. There. So isn't that just the cutest little ornament? And it's different. Not everybody's going to have ones like this, so I think they are really sweet. There. Went to my iPhone, can now hear her. I wonder why you were having problems. Yeah, I really like this one. Thanks, Mary. It is. It's so super cute. I am going to put this up. So it always takes a little bit after a lesson for me to be able to put it in guides. So I'll come on later this evening and get this up and make sure it's in guides. Yeah, so there. There's the two side by side. I never do them the same twice. They always look different each time. If you have any questions, please let me know. Again, I'm gonna try and start mailing everybody's orders out this weekend. If you haven't, if not this weekend, they will all go out this coming week. Everybody will have them. Next week, I'm going to go into, well, actually, I could come out and say hi. Ta-da! So next week, I'm going to do Chirp in Deb Paints Whimsy. And next Thursday, I think I'm going to do just my free, whatever Deb comes up with lesson. And that way I can get everybody's mailed out so that you'll have them when I do the sled and the garden plaques, the garden shovel plaque. So if you are placing an order for them, I will be sending them out. Like this weekend, anything after the orders after this weekend will not go out next week. So if you want them out, make sure you get them in by this weekend. Hi, Claudia. Hey, Sherry, how are you doing? Otherwise, it'll be another week before they go out. Again, if you've only done your 6-month subscription, you only have until the end of the month to have access to anything that's in the group. After that, you will not have access to it. But of course, you can re-sign up for the same price. And that's on the website. I'll be putting all of that up on the website so that everybody knows. And I'll probably do that maybe tomorrow or Saturday. I've got a 2-day seminar the next 2 days. So I'll just see when I can get that up. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a great weekend. Have a great night. And those that are coming to the seminar tomorrow on Zoom, I'll see you there. Talk to everybody later. Bye.